Stevens, principal of Baxter Elementary School.
Roy, principal of Mount Ellis High School. Solana Belcher, assistant principal at Mount Ellis Junior High School.
Great.
Thank you. Can everyone hear me with this thing? All right, good. I'm new to the district, so please don't be insulted if I ask you to maybe say your name again after you're done speaking, just so I know who's saying what. I would really appreciate that. So it's really whoever wants to speak can speak with these questions. I guess the first thing I'd like to ask is, I was invited here because I was told there's been some sort of delay or stalling into registering for school. So I guess if anyone wants to first speak up on that, feel free.
So you were invited here to help us to encourage parents as an additional avenue of getting the word out regarding online registration for parents. So we not only invited you, but we invited other media outlets or media here so that we could get as much out as we could to parents. We do have parents who are registering for their children for school, but we want to continue to encourage them to register the students. So the principals are here to talk about registration at their particular school and to give some information regarding online registration.
Right. So would anyone like to? Yeah.
So we online registration. We are offering online registration in our school and all schools in the district. We have reached out to parents by posting information on our Facebook page, our web page, and also we're doing a robocall. Currently, our secretaries, counselors, and other school personnel are reaching out to all of the parents to encourage them to register online and give them information that they would need to register. We also help the parents through email as well, and we also help the parents through email as well to help encourage them to also ask them to update all of their emergency contact information.
Thank you.
At East Elementary, we're basically doing the same thing as all the other schools. Parents can see the videos. They can also see the voice recording that we have on the school district website page and our Facebook page. They can call our secretaries. We'll walk them through the registration process if necessary. We're at the school every day from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock to assist parents and anyone else that needs assistance with registration.
I just want to say the registration is open for parents to register a child. They need to go to glcsd.org. I want to say the registration is open to register a student. I want parents to go to glcsd.org, click on active parent, create an account, and they may call each individual school to receive that active parent code. It matters not if they want to choose hybrid or virtual, parents still have to register their students.
We're doing the same thing that all the other schools are doing in the district. Our administrators, the MSIS clerk, secretaries are talking to parents, calling parents daily, reaching out to them to provide them with assistance on how to create an active parent account, to give them the student registration code, or whatever is needed for them to set their account up as well as register their student, their child. That's what we're doing as well.
Hello, Floor Elementary, I do have the secretary calling parents, referring back to students that we had enrolled last year, and just reaching out to those parents and walking them through, setting up active parents, also providing them with registration codes. And my secretary is going through step by step with the process, even with uploading documents, and just providing them with any type of assistance that they may need. And we just encourage all parents to register their child so that we can start virtual learning on time.
At Greenwood Middle School, our registration process is gonna model the other schools in the district. We do wanna encourage parents that communication is very important between the school as well as with the parents. We know that online registration is a new process, and so we wanna encourage parents to reach out to us because, we're gonna need updated contact information to be able to reach the parents either by telephone or by email. We're posting important updates and announcements on our district's webpage, and wanna make sure that parents are abreast of what we have going on. We also want to make sure that we can contact parents to be able to assist them with this new registration process. And so we just want to make sure that the communication between parents and the school is ongoing so that we can kind of help teachers and parents and students to kind of adjust themselves to this, unprecedented pandemic. Thank you.
Just as all the other schools, we are registering online right now. We are trying to reach out to as many parents as we can by phone. However, we do have a number of parents whose phone numbers have changed and they have not been updated, so we need people to reach out to us and update their information if that applies to them. The first thing that parents need to do is make sure they have an active parent account. If they don't have that, they need to register for active parent. At that point, they can call us. We'll give them their registration code, and we'll even stay on the phone with them and walk them through the process if they need that. I just want to reemphasize what Mr. Clerk said, that all students do have to register for school, whether it's for virtual instruction or a hybrid model or whatever model of instruction we're on. To receive instruction from Glcsd, they must be registered for school. So we really need everyone to start that process now.
I want the parents to know that there are some documents that have to be uploaded during the registration process. And these documents will include, for returning students, you must upload their shot records, and you must upload a proof of residency document that's located on the website. If you don't have those documents uploaded, I've noticed that a lot of parents have been calling me and asking us about that, and those documents not being uploaded will not allow you to finish registration. So make sure that you have your shot records and your proof of residency form downloaded and complete, and you upload those two documents for returning students.
At Amanda Elsa Junior High School, we're doing the same as the other schools when it goes to online registration. We're calling parents. We're all on board. Everyone is pitching in to call parents to make sure that they need help with registration. We are there from 8 to 4 o'clock for those parents who may need us to come in and help them to scan and upload documents. We're asking that they wear masks and follow the CDC guidelines that we have posted around the school before entering the building. And we're doing as much as we can to get them in to make sure that students are registered on time.
Everyone, right? Great, thank you. So I guess one question I have is, and some of you all mentioned it, what problems are some parents running into that they are contacting you about, and what's the best way to alleviate those problems? Because if if one person's having it, maybe some others are having it. Anyone can speak out about that?
Another problem that I've noticed when they call is that they having problems on the screens where the emergency contacts are. Make sure that you are putting in a complete physical address, a phone number, and a valid email address for each emergency contact on your child. Because if you don't, it's going to give you an error every time you press finish. So you'll make sure that you have a phone number, address, and an email address for each of your emergency contacts for your students. And that way the emergency contact section will be complete. So I've been having problems with the contact sections and then the uploads. So with the uploads, make sure you have your shot record in and make sure that you have that proof of residency document complete.
I don't want to go back. We do want everybody to understand that this is the first year of online registration for our parents as well as the school district. So we don't view them as problems that parents are having something new. And what we're doing to alleviate this is the principals and the office personnel are they're available at the schools every day from 8 to 4, and they're walking parents through the online registration process. And so as we go through it this year, the parents will be able to continue this throughout. So we do want to keep in mind that this is the first year of online registration for the district and for its parents. And so basically what we're asking the parents to do is to call the schools if they are having any delays in registering their students or their children. Call the schools, because we do have the people who are in place and who are available to answer those questions. And I believe what we're finding is if they call, they're able to actually get them registered in a short time. So what we want the parents to do is to start calling the schools and registering the kids. And as Mr. Clerk and Mr. Stevens stated, students have to be registered in order to receive the services that we're providing from the Glcsd. So we have to, whether they're attending virtual or using that hybrid schedule, they have to be registered in school.
Anyone else have a comment on this? Okay, so as much as the world is different, this is very much different to a lot of families. So what kind of, I guess, advice or what kind of guidance do you have for these families who are now going into this completely different style of schooling?
I guess I'll begin. The advice we want to give is to be as safe as possible. Just as everyone else has heard, continue to wear your mask, continue to practice the safe practices that are out there. Continue to social distance, and we're going to get through it together, but it's going to take us working together and understanding that this is a pandemic and this is something that is new. So the advice that I would give is just continue to remain as safe as you possibly can.
I would also advise parents to be patient with the process. It is certainly an unprecedented time. We do understand that there's a lot of uncertainty during this unusual pandemic, and to just know that, you know, the administrators and the school district is here to help. And so, you know, if you have questions and concerns, we really want them to reach out to us so that we can address those questions and concerns the best way that we know how, under the circumstances that we've been presenting. So just kind of be patient with the process. It's a new phenomenon for everybody. We know, including the parents and the students, and everybody's kind of out of their comfort zones. And so we want them to, that we can kind of, in collaboration, you know, embrace the change that we've been forced upon, and also to work together so that we can attempt to provide, you know, the high quality instruction for students just as if they were in the school building.
I would also like to add that we would like the parents to assist us in letting their children know what the CDC guidelines are so that they're safe when they come to school. We have been going through the CDC guidelines and trying to make our school as safe as possible for those students. So I just want to stress to the parents that they can feel confident sending their students to our school if that's the option that they choose. Because we have gone through our buildings and made sure that we have placed the desks at the different distances that they need to be to keep students socially distant. But just please help us in reinforcing those rules so that the students understand how important it is to follow those guidelines so that we can continue to have a safe school.
And I guess that kind of goes into my next question. There's going to be like a whole new set of rules coming from the CDC. I mean, they're already here, but now students are expected to kind of follow them. What's the best way for students and I guess even parents to teach their children how to follow these guidelines?
First, I think it's important for parents to be make themselves aware of exactly what's going to be expected from the students get to school. And that's why we're putting out videos and things like that on Facebook so the parents have that information so they know what to expect. And then they can take that information to their children and actually practice some of those things at home. Have their children wear masks for 30 minutes at a time to get used to that so that when they come to school, it's not the first time they've had to wear a mask. And then all of a sudden they have to wear them for hours at a time. So if they can just kind of start practicing, getting those things kind of fixed into their children's minds, the 6 feet spacing, let them get used to wearing masks on at home, those kind of things, that'll help a lot when they come to school.
Is there a deadline for registration?
The district hasn't set a deadline for registration. However, we continue to encourage parents to register. We will come together with the principals to see if we need to put a deadline on the registration to help with increasing the numbers. But as of now, the district hasn't set a deadline. Now, I want to be clear, parents are registering, but we want to encourage those who maybe haven't gotten around to registering to go ahead and do that right now, because there are some things that we need to do or complete, and we can do that, but to successfully have it done and give the things that we need students to register. One being, Ms. Hudson is the chief of transportation. And so the registration numbers and those addresses are needed in her department so that she can plan bus routes and busing. And so there are other things that we need, but we need parents to register students as soon as possible.
Okay. I want to thank everyone. It was nice meeting everyone finally. I know it's strange time, but nice at least to see your eyes and forehead. Before I kind of wrap up my questioning, is there anything that anyone else would like to add that I didn't get to, or they slipped their mind earlier, they want to comment on any question that I might have asked earlier that now they have a different answer to, or an answer at all?
I would like to encourage parents to look at our district and Facebook page so they can see the updates that we have. One important thing to consider is the fact that incoming students will begin to come and get their Chromebooks and pay the $15 fee so that they can start working on the on the virtual learning if that's the path that's chosen. But we also need the return of the Chromebook for students that are exiting our school, so that we are able to get that inventory checked in. So please make sure that they come by the school and either receive or return the Chromebook so that they can do the thing that's going to be possible for the next school year with virtually.
And that Chromebook collection / distribution, we're asking the parents to contact the individual schools to make sure that they're following what the principal has specified at his or her particular school. We will also add that the first day of school for our students is August 6th. However, it is virtual. That's a virtual schedule for all students for the month of August. And I keep repeating because I want to make sure everybody hears it. August 6th is the first day for students to report to school in their virtual platform. And so August 6th is the first day for students, August 3rd, faculty, and staff. There are some questions that you may want to ask Dr. Pulley, who is in charge of securing our learning management system, and that's the Canvas platform that our students will be using to receive instruction. Ms. Talise Hudson is, like I said, Chief of Transportation, and there are some things that students will do differently this year as they exit those buses. And so you definitely, before you leave, want to speak with those two individuals. And I just want to reiterate what Mr. Lucas said. We have a lot of information that's already out there. We're just encouraging our parents to go to our district's website, also look at our Facebook page, and most importantly, contact your individual schools, contact the principals.
So what can you tell me about the learning system, the management system that we're going to be dealing with next year, this school year?
The district purchased Canvas as its learning management system. This system will be used to facilitate online learning for each grade, pre-K through 12th grade. As Dr. Brown stated, we are implementing the virtual schedule when students officially their official first day, August 6th. We will continue that schedule until and as we receive more information, then we'll make other determinations regarding district schedules. This learning management system allows for increased communication among students and teachers, and through a very interactive and engaging format. It's not just a file depository. It's not just a place where students will be submitting work, but it is a place where our teachers are going to upload various content in order to provide the quality learning for our students via the online platform. We have worked with our technology staff, and we're continuing to do that in order to set this up for our teachers and students. This platform allows for teachers to not only grade assignments, but provide feedback, provide audio feedback and video feedback for our students. So we want to make sure that even though we're not able to offer the traditional schedule this school year due to the pandemic, we still remain committed to the mission of our school district. The mission is to unify, educate, and prepare all students for college and career by providing a high-quality learning experience. And we are committed to providing that high-quality learning experience through the virtual and hybrid models of instruction.
The question was, what's different with transportation? Everything is going to be different with transportation this year. As you know, we will be following the CDC guidelines. We'll be practicing social distancing on the bus. We will only transport, as of now, with the numbers at the rate they are, we will only transport 12 students per bus, one driver and one monitor. If we see a decline in numbers, we'll go to 23 students, one driver, and one monitor on the bus. But as of now, we're going to speak with the 12 students, one driver, and one monitor on the bus. Temperatures will be taken once the child gets on the bus and seated. They will be recorded and documented for the district purposes. And also, we will make sure that we work with our children and teaching them how to social distance at bus stops and when getting on and off the buses. Students will load from back to front, they will unload front to back on buses. And also, while I do have a mic, I want to say that I am really a strong advocate for parents registering their children at this time. And parents, my advice to you is to make sure that you do not create an alarm in your children by allowing them to believe that they're going to be in some type of danger when they come to school. We are doing everything in our power to make sure that our students will be safe and the staff and faculty members. So what I want to make sure that I express again is please do not create an alarm in your children. My name is Talise Hudson.
All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Good luck on the school year. My mother is a school librarian in Florida, and if you know anything about Florida, it's very crazy right now with everything that's happening. So my heart really does go out to all the schools everywhere in the entire country and world. Thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate it, and I look forward to working with you in the school year. Thank you.
Okay, principals will continue with Mr. Hall, who's going to ask questions of you.
Name and school, please.
Solana Belcher, Assistant Principal at Amanda Elsa Junior High School.
This whole process that you are going through is new. How are you adjusting to this?
It's an adjustment, but I understand that we are all in this together. If we continue to follow the guidelines set forth with social distancing, wearing our masks, and doing everything possible to make sure that we're staying safe, and we're doing everything possible to make sure that our students are safe, our teachers are safe, our parents, and everyone is safe when we're coming in. We're also reaching out to our parents to make sure to let them know that we're here with them and that we'll be right there with them every step of the way.
Most students are going to follow the leader, they're going to follow the parent, they're going to follow the student. What is your message to their students so they can keep their mind focused on learning?
I want the students to understand that even though we're going through a pandemic, we still have our expectations of them. Being online and doing virtual learning is nothing new to them. To understand that we got this and that I want you to stay focused and do what it is that you have to do.
Okay. Are you from this community? Are you hearing any concerns about the parents through this pandemic about sending their child to school?
For the most part, I think we all are pretty nervous about returning to school. The option of having the option to do virtual and hybrid is a good option. It's the best option at this point. Just understand that even though you're going to choose to go virtual, that we ask that they register online so that they can get the materials that they need during those distribution dates.
Thank you very much. Good luck on the school year.
Thank you so much.
Name and school.
Julius Lucas, East Elementary.
How ready are you to get back to school under the new circumstances?
I'm ready to get back to school because I have missed my students and I pray for their safety. Under the new circumstances, we understand that this is going to be different, but we're doing everything we can to make it safe because I do think that students need face-to-face instruction if that is what they choose. But we also know that we can do the same thing if we have to have school virtually. So I'm confident in whichever choice that parents choose, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure that students have the best, highest quality of education possible during this time.
How much will the parent, you've always asked the parents to be involved, but how much now do the parents have to be involved to really get their necessary learning for the student?
Well, they just need to make sure that their child is logging on during this time where it's virtual. They are always free to call us if they have any questions. We can set up parent meetings virtually as well, and just monitor their children as much as possible. But I think that it's really important in the elementary setting that parents have their children to read every day and work on vocabulary, work on their math, facts, and multiplication, division, and adding. That will give them, that will springboard their learning to some of the concepts that we have.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Good luck on the school year.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Got it. All right.
It's okay. Okay. Name and school.
My name is Barron Clark. I'm principal of Greenwood High School.
Going into a new school year in a new way, how ready are you for that challenge?
I'm very excited. This is an opportunity. We hadn't had our students in about 6 months, and I know they're ready to come back, and we're ready for them. We've been planning and have policies and procedures in place to offer quality instruction and keep our students safe while offering that quality instruction.
Anything in particular that you'll be telling your teachers through instruction this year in the new way of teaching?
Well, right now we're just kind of focused on perfecting our use of that Canvas platform. We want to be able to provide effective instruction through that platform, and we want to make sure that we train our teachers to use it effectively.
Okay. The biggest challenge with this, if there's a challenge, we know it's new.
I guess our biggest challenge would be right now is getting students registered for school. We want to encourage everyone to register, whether they want to go virtual or hybrid. All students have to be registered for school.
Take a second look in the school year.
All right, thank you, sir.
Name and school, please.
My name is Valerie Williams. I'm the principal at Threadgill Elementary School.
Do you foresee any challenges going back this year, teaching under the new way?
Actually, I don't see any major challenges. We just want to encourage the parents to work with us and to be patient with us. This is new for all of us. During this pandemic, this is the first time we've ever experienced something like this. And we just want the parents to be able to work with us. It's new to, like I said, it's new to us, and we're all learning. We just need the parent support.
As far as getting information to the teachers in a new way of administrating to the teachers so they can get the information to the students, and would the approach be the same?
No, sir, the approach would not be the same. We will be participating in professional development with teachers and the staff on how we will be conducting instruction this year. We'll be using the Canvas online system, which is something totally new for most of us. So the teachers will participate in a ongoing professional development to learn and to get the training that they need to be effective and to be able to provide our students with effective instruction.
Starting the new year with students coming in, do you expect the students to be at the level that they would have been had they been in school the full year? Your expectation of that?
No, sir. I don't expect for them to be at the level they were prior to them leaving. They have not been to school and been provided instruction ever since March. So just thinking about the time frame from March up until August, how much instructional time they have lost, this is going to be a challenge, but we are willing and able, and we're going to get the job done.
What do you say to the parents, as Ms. Hudson said, what do you say to the parents to assure them that the school will be safe through the measures that you all have taken?
I would like for the parents to trust us and to trust the process. This is new for us as well, but we're doing everything that we possibly can to make sure the school is safe. We're making sure that the desks are 6 feet apart from each student, as well as 8 feet apart from the teacher's desk. We're doing everything according to the CDC guidelines as best as we can to make sure that the students will come to school safe.
Do you welcome the challenge this year?
Yes, sir, I welcome the challenge. I'm always up for a new challenge. So I'm very excited about this school year and what this school year is to bring. I really, really miss our students. I miss our faculty. I miss our staff. And I'm just excited about what this coming year is going to bring for us at Threadgill Elementary School.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Name and school, please.
My name is April Smith. I'm the principal of LaFleur County Elementary Schools.
Being on the elementary side, with the students being young, they're used to teachers and principals being close to them, touching them, getting them comfortable, consoling them. How would that change as a principal and teachers?
Yes, that will be a difference this school year due to us abiding by the CDC guidelines. We will not be able to have those close contacts and hands-on learning with students to be able to just work with them. So that will be different this year. However, we are taking that into consideration and we are planning accordingly so that we can still have them with hands-on material, but it will be more individualized as opposed to being group or just with that one-on-one intimate with teachers.
There's no example that people can go by. This is the first time it happened to the world. Going through this, what have you done to ready yourself for this process of teaching this year coming up?
What I have done is I have been reading different articles, just taking on suggestions on what to do. I have been just being proactive and planning and just trying to think things through so that when we do start the year, it won't be like questions arising that haven't been thought through. So we are planning accordingly, practicing. Even we had a hands-on experience with it during our summer school, and that went really well. And we did the virtual learning summer school.
Thank you an awful lot. Good luck on the school year. Name and school.
My name is Kevin Mays. I'm the principal of the Greenwood Middle School.
First day of school, what would you be doing?
The first day of school, since we will be 100% virtual, will basically be ensuring that our students sign on to their online Canvas platform or Google Classroom platform, and to make sure that students are actively engaged in their classrooms and also are getting used to the new formats of being provided instruction virtually.
What have you done to ready yourself for this process, being that this first time we've had to do this at the beginning of school?
I think over the summer, I think that we've kind of planned for school the way we usually plan for it, is to make sure that students are safe, to make sure that students are present, to make sure that we are providing high quality instruction for our students. And so I don't think that the goals have changed. I just think that the methods of how we administer those goals have forced us to change based upon this pandemic.
Now going word to the parents?
Outgoing word to the parent would just be, be encouraged that the school district is working extremely hard to make sure that we are able to be there for our students, that we are able to comfort them in these uncomfortable times, and to make sure that students are able to receive the same quality of high-level instruction that they would receive if they were in the school building.
Thank you, sir. Name and school, sir.
Glenn Stevens, Bankston Elementary.
Number of years you've been at the school?
I've been at Bankston 1 year.
So you have some familiarity with the school and the students. The students come back in. What's your message to the students on the first day and their parents on the first day for those that are in school and those that are not at the school today?
I just ask our students and parents to be prepared to be flexible and patient with us as we go through a lot of new procedures that are new to both them and to administration and teachers as well. We're all learning a lot of things together, so there are going to be some glitches along the way. We'll all work together to work those things out.
The biggest challenge that you see, this is the first time for everybody. What have you done to kind of ready yourself for the challenges that we all will meet?
The biggest challenge is probably going to be just adjusting to a virtual learning environment because learning the new tools that are available, what we can do, what's appropriate to do in those tools. So that's probably going to be the biggest thing. That's just going to take a little time and use of the programs available, and everyone will get better as we go.
Being that you're at an elementary school as well, the students like the teachers to be right there with them, social distancing won't allow that. How do you get that message over to the teachers and, more importantly, the student, that you can't be there to pamper them many times when they need that as children?
Yeah, that's certainly going to be a challenge because we have a lot of children who the first thing they want to do is run and hug their teachers and their principals. So we're asking parents to help us with that as well, to explain to kids before they get there, when we get to the hybrid stage of our schools, that children understand they can't run and hug, and also teachers are going to be well trained in that before that day arrives. So we'll be able to use gestures and other means of communication just to make sure that students understand we love them, we care about them, we want to be close to them, but for safety reasons we can only be so close.
Any guidelines for the parents that are dropping their students off? Any guidelines for them coming into the school, not coming into the school, and those that want to make an appointment, or should they make an appointment if they want to see the teacher or the principal?
We'll be using staggered schedules on that, and we'll get those out to parents as they become more refined. That's another reason that we need students registered, so we know how many students that we're working with on those schedules. Just be prepared to be patient for the first few days of that as we work that process out, because we can only take students in a certain number at a time, and students have to remain spaced as we bring them in.
Thank you, sir. Good luck on the school year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Name and school, please.
My name is Ayatul Roy, and I'm the principal at Amanda Elsie High School.
How many years have you been in education?
Well, at Elsie, this is my first year at Elsie, 17 years with the LaFleur County School District.
Talk about anticipating the school year.
Well, I'm really anticipating the school year. I've been working all summer, working on schedules, trying to make sure that the students have what they need in order to be successful for the school year.
An awful lot of things for everybody to consider going back into school. How do you get the student to stay focused on education, not worry about the things that would interfere with that, so they can get the learning level that you will be instructing?
We need them to understand that we're gonna do everything with the end goal in mind. Graduation is our goal, so we're gonna talk to our students about graduation. That's my sole purpose right now. They need to graduate. We're gonna do everything in our power to make sure it happens.
Many feel that the fact that the students have been out of school, although they've been learning, some feel they don't be learning to their level, or they haven't learned to the level as if they were in school. What do you do to catch them up to get them back on par?
So right now we're going to be working on Canvas on our new learning platform, and we're going to just provide the services the way we would in the classroom. If they need assistance, we want them to ask questions. We want the parents to ask questions. The more questions you ask, the more clarity we can provide.
Why are you excited about this year and this challenge?
Well, I'm excited about it because it was something new for us, and it's going to be a lot. It's going to be different. It's going to look different. It's going to be different for the parents and for the students. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to make the experience as smooth as possible, and that's what we're planning on doing right now.
How much support and what support do you need for the parents to get their child to that next level?
Right now, the only support I need is for the parents to encourage the students to come in and do their best, whether it's online or hybrid.
Thank you very much. Good luck on the school year.
Thank you.
Ms. Hudson, as Transportation Director, what are some of the things that you've done to get ready for the 2020-2021 school year?
We in the Transportation Department have put together our COVID plan for our transportation drivers, monitors, and students. The one thing this plan details is what items have to be cleaned, what items would need to be documented, what items would need to be addressed in the case in case we have a positive case. So we are implementing some things and safe practices. We are making sure that our drivers, students, and other faculty members are safe. We're providing masks for our students and drivers, gloves for our monitors and our drivers. Cleaning supplies in the buses will be cleaned daily after each route and between each route. One other thing I would like to bring to your attention is that we will be taking the temperatures of the drivers, monitors, and students. The drivers and monitors' temperatures will be taken before they board the bus. The students' temperatures will be taken after they board the bus and are seated. The reason for this is because we cannot allow the students to stay in the street while we're trying to take temperatures. We must board them so that they can be safe and out of harm's way. So that's what we're doing at this time, and we're continually to make improvements to our COVID-19 plan as it relates to the Transportation Department.
Okay. As always, it has to be a partnership between the parent and the instructors and the administration. What is it that you, as the Transportation Director, would like for the parents to do before they even get to the school bus?
One thing I would like for the parents to do is make sure that your child or children are wearing their masks, they have their masks. Make sure that you educate them on the importance of wearing their masks on the bus. We want to make sure that you stress to your children that the bus will be a comfortable place. We're going to do everything in our power not to create an alarm for the children. We want our children to feel safe. Although we cannot control the pandemic, we want them to know that we're doing everything in our power to sanitize and make sure that things are put in place and in order to ensure their safety, as well as their ride to school, to and from school, will be safe and comfortable for them.
Anything else that you would like to add?
I would like to add to the parents, please register your children. Your numbers and your demographics I depend on your numbers and your demographics to give you information as it relates to the Transportation Department. Transportation will look way different this year. And the one thing that I'm really honing in on is that we will assign students to a bus. Students will not be able to ride multiple buses. They will ride the bus to their registered address to and from school only. So please, parents, register your children, whether they are virtual or going to do the hybrid. So that is my final plea to parents. Make sure you register. The numbers do matter to the transportation department.
Thank you so very much. Name and school, sir.
I am Raymond Russell, and my school is the LaFleur County High School, where I'm the principal.
You had a full year there last year. You have another year this year. It's going to be different this year, though. How ready are you for the new challenge?
Mr. Hall, we are extremely ready for this challenge. We're grateful to be in the position to help serve our children of this community. And we're going to do everything we can to make sure they're safe and to make sure they get the best education possible.
What are you doing to get that parent, that confident that the child will be in a safe environment, and the student as well?
We're trying to hold as many informational sessions we can, whether it's by personal phone calls or Facebook videos or Facebook posts that we put out. We're trying to get as much information out there to all the parents that we possibly can, so they can just be well informed and make a well informed decision for their children.
For those that are anticipating, what is school going to look like this year as opposed to the first day last year?
So school is going to be somewhat different, okay? In order for us to provide a safe environment for our kids, we have to practice social distancing. And we're going to make sure our kids are spaced far enough apart to where they are safe. We're going to make sure that they don't come in contact with anything that's detrimental to their health. And we're going to make sure that our teachers are safe as well. So we're going to follow all the guidelines of the CDC and the Mississippi Department of Education and the U.S. Department of Education. We're going to make sure that our kids are in the best situation possible so they can be extremely safe and they can learn everything they can learn.
Gotcha. Hey, thanks an awful lot. Good luck on the school year.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
This is the new housing, a new central office for the Greenwood LaFleur Consolidated School District. They had to leave the building downtown on Howard and Church Street, so we're going to go through and kind of look at the building a little bit.
Just as interactive as the traditional learning center. Thank you.
school